Monday. What's today? February 5th? February 5th. Hey, Floor. And we are sitting in a lecture hall about to get yelled at, right? Is that right? We weren't supposed to be here today, but now we are. And it kind of pushed. I'm going back home. I don't have anatomy until 1 o'clock, like 1:30. So I rolled out of bed, threw this on, because I actually went to sleep with this shirt. And then now I'm here.
Yeah, we have. They published it.
So after this is over, I'm gonna go back home, eat breakfast because I haven't eaten, and then go to take a nap again. Yeah. But I should start TBL 9.
You should.
But yeah. So we're just waiting for someone to get here, then we're done. So yeah, I'm gonna be vlogging this whole week. And on Friday we have our first anatomy practical. On Wednesday we have a quiz. It's our 4th week of MSK. It flew by. So MSK is
our 3rd week.
No, it's our 4th week.
Okay.
Yeah, because like next week is just like the first 3 days. So it's our 4th week of MSK, which is our
really flew by.
Yeah, it's our musculoskeletal system, and it's 4 weeks long. So this is basically like our last week, but technically like we have 3 days of next week because our exam is next Wednesday on February 14th.
Valentine's Day.
Yay! Which technically means we have like Valentine's Day off, so you can go boo love with your boo. And yeah, so I'm excited to get MSK done because I hate this block. Okay, we gotta go. Bye. Hey guys, so it's almost 6 o'clock on Monday. I kind of forgot to film today, but earlier today I had, that's the dryer, I had anatomy, and I had anatomy from 1 to 4. And I believe Wednesday is our last anatomy lab for our musculoskeletal block, and then Friday's our practical. So all I'm doing right now is studying for Wednesday's TBL, and TBL is basically it stands for team-based learning, and it's like these super long documents, like 40 pages, sometimes less. And it's just so much stuff you have to memorize. It's like crazy. And then so out of the 3 hours that you spend in anatomy, 1 hour is supposed to be you with your group kind of like going over the document and talking about like clinical correlations, as well as like trying to memorize all these things. And then the other 2 hours are spent dissecting. And then of course the time that you spend in the anatomy lab dissecting isn't the only time that you are allowed to be in there. Like people are in there now studying because our practical's on Friday, so you can always go back and study. It's just that that's the time that you're supposed to be there with your group to learn and dissect, and then you can go back later to go over things again. So yeah, I'll be doing that tomorrow. I went this past weekend. I was in the anatomy lab just going over things. Can you guys tell that I switched my room around? Look, my bed's here now. My bed used to be against the window, and now it's in the middle of the room. Look at my dog. So yeah, that's basically what I'm gonna be doing for the rest of the night. Try to finish up Wednesday's TBL document, and I think this one's like 35 pages. So much. And it's not just like reading the document, it's like going over it, annotating it, trying to memorize it, putting things together. It's a lot of like nerves, arteries, veins, muscles, clinical, like if you injure this happens, and like where does this originate from, insert, how does it work, and like more. Like that's just scratching the surface. It's just so much information and my brain is so tired. But yeah, that's basically the rest of my night. And then try to go over like look over some structures, just test myself. And then tomorrow, what do I have to do? Oh, tomorrow like the second years are giving us like a fake practical And I have mine I believe at 1:30, and basically they're like tagging the body parts and having us come in and like try and see how it's gonna be. So that's very nice of them. And then Wednesday I have my TBL. I have a quiz on Wednesday on the TBL. So then like every now and then you have a quiz on your TBL, and it's worth, so you take an individual quiz and then you take the same quiz again with your group, and then that's like worth a certain percentage of your grade. So not looking forward to that, because those quizzes are so hard. Like they're so difficult. But yeah, that's my Monday night. I look tired. I look crazy. Alright guys, I'll talk to you tomorrow. I had a lot of avocados, so I made some homemade guacamole. And now I'm gonna eat my roommate's chips. It's Tuesday! So I forgot to vlog all day, but this morning at from 9 to 10, I went to lecture. We had a lecture on, Bretta, what did we have a lecture on? It was something environmental and like injuries, which I didn't really know how it related to like the pharmacology that we're learning, but nevertheless we had a lecture on it. It was kind of interesting though. I think it's one of the few lectures that I was actually paying attention to. And then from 10 to 12 we had a very interesting health equity and social justice class about patients with disabilities, and how to, you know, as doctors we have to not feel sorry for them. We have to be comfortable with them and feel confident in interacting with our patients with disabilities. Physical disabilities was the main topic. And then we had the first hour was more so like watching videos and like the lecture part, and then the second hour we actually had 2 people with disabilities come in. One person had muscular dystrophy, and then the other person had they had like a spinal cord injury when they were 27, and so they were wheelchair bound. But it was so like, it was crazy just to think, because the guy that had the spinal cord injury, he was talking to us about how he used to be a medical student, and I was like, that's so crazy, because you know, you never think that like your life can change in the blink of an eye, and how you could be in an accident one day and you can go from able-bodied to disabled in just literally the blink of an eye. And it just kind of makes you grateful for what do you say? My roommate's back there eating, and my dog is begging for food. So it just makes you grateful. And I thought it was very interactive. We were able to ask them questions and keep the conversation going about, a lot of us are unaware of like just the fact of, you're walking down the street and there's like a little step on the sidewalk, and you just kind of lightly just walk up the step like nothing. And meanwhile, a person in a wheelchair, they can't get over that step. Like, it's something that we don't even realize, that because we're blessed to not have that issue, but it is a big issue. And then the ADA Act that happened in 1990, that was almost 30 years ago, and there's still so many places that aren't wheelchair accessible, and there's no excuse for that. It's been almost 30 years. So yeah, I felt very empowered after that talk. And then I had a meeting after that for a little bit, and then at mine was at 1:10 we had like a practical from the second years, what I was telling you guys about yesterday. And it was kind of made me realize that I've been focusing too much on like the body, and I have to focus more on the bones and all that, and I have to study more, and I still have to study for my quiz tomorrow. And the stress level that I have this week is very high. Me and my roommate were just talking about it, how like everyone's stress is so high, and people think that we're like, we look composed, but internally, like it's like that SpongeBob episode where in his brain, like all these little SpongeBobs are running around looking for information, and going crazy, it's because it's all inside and we're trying to like keep like calm, cool, and collected on the outside, but we're really not. So pray for me, guys. Pray for me. All right, so I'm gonna eat, and then I have to go back to the anatomy lab and study more, and then also study for my quiz. Bye. Hey guys, so we just left the anatomy lab and we're currently scavenging the whole building for like little 6 o'clock meetings that are going on to see who has the best food, because we're starving medical students. And we're like, what kind of pizza do they have?
Sure, food.
They have pizza in here.
Come on, man.
No, it's always
about that lifestyle. You gotta say.
no. There was somebody serving Dario's.
Yeah, I know, but they
He was like,
canceled
no.
it. Wait, what? You turned down
You don't
Dario's?
even eat Dario's.
You turned down Dario's? But like, you can make that.
Oh my
a
gosh.
cheat day.
Nah, we can't do this. So there's only plain pizza at the women's meeting, but there was a men of distinction meeting.
Yeah.
We're leaving.
We're so hungry. I'm hungry.
We're starving.
And I have to study
Yeah.
I have to actually study the team.
So I'm just studying my little corner, and then I go to my room to ask my roommate a question. What? And I find her on the floor. Like in front of her mirror, and I'm like, what is going on? And she's like, well, I was really tired and I wanted to stay up, so I'm sitting in front of the mirror talking to myself. Oh my god, I think med students are delusional. Okay, I'm gonna leave you to it. I think we're like getting crazy, and it's not even, our exams not even till next week, but it's just so much going on, like studying, that we're just getting crazy. And I wish I was my dog who just sleeps. Right? All you do is sleep while I study. Alright, let me go back to studying. I hate this. So here's my setup. I got first aid open, and I'm going over clinical correlates of all of our TBL documents. So right now I'm on tenosynovitis. I have my iPad here, and basically it's how if you have an infection on one of your digits, if it's in the second, third, or fourth one, or wrong way, second, third, or fourth one, the infection will stay in that digit unless it goes untreated, then it'll spread to the other ones. But if it's in the pinky, because the common sheath, I believe, and the synovial sheath are connected in your pinky, if you get an infection just in your pinky, it automatically will go to the common sheath, and then all of your fingers will be inflamed, versus these will not if you get an infection in one of these. I thought that was pretty interesting. And then I'm also on my computer, oops, this turn, just going over, I'm trying to make a Quizlet on everything, and I don't know, I feel like I'm not gonna sleep tonight, honestly, but that's okay. That's okay. So I actually just got to school. It's Wednesday and I had my quiz this morning and I did good. And now I took like a break from when I got back from my quiz, which was like 12-ish, till now it's like 4, and just de-stress. What the heck? Now I'm coming back to the anatomy lab to study. Alright. Hey guys, so
You said I wanted to be the camera.
so we're just taking like, well, I don't know, I shouldn't be taking a break because I just took a break for like the last 4 hours, but I came to school and I found Bretta in the cafeteria. Well, it's like the cafeteria of the hospital because it's like our school is attached to the hospital. So you just like go underground and you find it. But we're about to go to the anatomy lab and study. Drink that coffee. I'm so tired. Even though I took a nap, I'm still tired. What time did you go to sleep last night? Oh,
1:30, 1:45.
we went to sleep late. We're the type of people that need 8 hours of sleep to like function. One of our friends was like, yeah, I'm good on 5. I was like,
She said 4 is the best.
she said 4 hours is the best. I was like, what?
I said that's a nap. That's a nap.
We like nap all day, sleep all day, so yeah, that's whatever. But let's go. You ready?
Yeah.
back to anatomy, back to reality.
We're miserable.
We're miserable. You heard that. Yeah. Alright, let's go and play games. Time to go to the anatomy lab. It's 7 in the morning. I should not be up this early.
I can see how the stress kind of like pushes you, but to constantly always do that when you're already so stressed.
Brett, are you talking shit? Are you talking shit?
Talking shit. No.
Is it too early for you?
It's too early. I'm not a morning person.
Is it too early for you?
No, it's not.
No, she's so hyper and it's like too early. I don't understand. I'm like, it was so hard to get up this morning to come to the anatomy lab and study because we have a day full of activities. I have my preceptorship today, the day before my practical, and it's not nice. And I'm just so tired. Like, I feel like my bags have bags. I do not wish this upon anybody. Enjoy time off, like not in med school, people. Enjoy, because this is not fun. Alright. So after being in the anatomy lab for 5 hours, we are now at Chipotle because we need to eat. What am I gonna get? We're about to go take our practical. Well, Bretta is. Bretta has hers before mine. Mine's at 1:30, hers is at 1. So she's over here stressed. Reviewing last minute like she's not gonna kill this. She's gonna kill it. So, wish us luck, but we're definitely nervous just because it's our first one, but we feel confident, right? Alright, bye guys.